It's definitely pretty crazy, all the mixed emotions I have right now. But I'm super fired up to be a Coyote.
You're officially now the highest drafted player from Pittsburgh. Just what's it like having that distinction too?
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, obviously the guys that have come out of there, like Vincent Trocheck, JT Miller, John Gibson, and to be on that list as one of the top guys to come out of Pittsburgh is pretty special.
Logan, who shares this moment with you? I mean, obviously, parents, uncles, just who are the specific people that share this moment with you tonight?
Yeah, I'd say my two brothers and sisters. They supported me so much over the past few years, and to be able to celebrate with them means everything.
Logan, a lot of your teammates from the US NTDP are expected to be drafted in the first round this year. Dan Mark told me this US NTDP team was one of the quickest he saw in his life. What made this crop so special this year?
Yeah, I think just everyone's work ethic and buying into what our coach Adam Nightingale was saying. He always preached to play fast, and it was fortunate to have a lot of fast players on our team, and it's what made us a special group.
Logan, a lot of people projected you might go to the Coyotes, but not necessarily like this. What were you kind of feeling as you saw Shane Wright fall down the draft board? What were some of the emotions at that point?
Yeah, I mean, it was a draft that no one really knew what was going to happen, so I was kind of, expecting something like this to actually happen. So it was pretty crazy to see, but, I'm happy I fell to the Coyotes, and I'm super pumped to get started with them.
Can we talk? Were you when Montreal were talking?
Sorry, what was that?
Were you nervous when Montreal were talking?
Yeah, I'd say a little bit. I think, with any of the teams that you think you could go to is pretty nerve-wracking, but, like I said, I'm happy I went to the Coyotes.
Look, is your plan still to go to Minnesota for a year, then consider your options afterwards, or is that still in flux, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to come down to what Arizona thinks of me and, when they think I can make the jump right away. But, for right now, my goal is to play a year, then eventually make the jump to the NHL.
Have you had a chance to talk to Cutter yet about the situation?
No, not at all. I saw he got picked to the Flyers. He kind of talked, his mom's from there, so it's pretty cool for him. I'm so happy for him, too.
We've talked a little bit about this already, but the Sidney Crosby angle obviously is a big one for you. Can you maybe recount a little bit for us of how that all came about and how you got into the junior Penguins?
Yeah, so my whole family was kind of surrounded by hockey. I have two uncles that played D1. Both my brothers played. So like I said, we were kind of surrounded by hockey. And, at the time, hockey was, and still is, super expensive sport. And, Crosby did something special by giving younger kids free equipment and to go out there and have fun. And, that's kind of where my passion grew, is just going out there and have fun. And then, eventually took off from there.
How much of an influence is he for you? I know a lot of guys have idols, obviously, but how much of an influence is he on the way you play, the way you approach the game, etc.?
Yeah, he's a big influence. I think, having him in Pittsburgh and just watching how he carries himself as a player and person, too, on and off the ice is pretty special. You don't really hear about him getting into trouble with media stuff. He kind of keeps to himself, so it's definitely cool to see how good of a pro he is.
Look, what are your plans in the future? Not like next year, but like tomorrow, next week. You still go work out the brink of Bethel Park with your uncles and stuff like that, just for the short term until the season starts, I guess? Or?
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't really thought about that yet. Still just trying to enjoy this moment, but, I don't know exactly when development camp or anything like that is, but, then World Junior Camp's coming up too, so it's pretty exciting times.
So what were your interactions with the Coyotes when you
Yeah, I felt a really good connection with them. I had the chance to meet with them at the Combine and go out to dinner with them too, so, I felt a really good connection with them, and, I feel, a good comfort with them too, and, I'm really excited to be a part of them.
Were you pretty sure if you were still around, they were going to pick you?
I didn't know exactly. I felt comfortable that, if I was there, they would take me, but still, it's kind of, in this draft, you never really know what's going to happen, but, I'm thankful I got chosen by them.
The World Juniors is now a month away from camp. What is the 22 team beginning to say and talk amongst themselves as you guys get ready to get back together?
Yeah, so I think there's a good bit returning from the original team. Obviously, there's guys like Sanderson that have signed, so I don't know too much about that part, but, I'm really looking forward to getting another crack at that.
Getting a game in the last one as well, like what were your own positives from that experience, which was a challenge for everyone?
Yeah, I think it was just, being a double underager at the time was pretty special. I was really fortunate to make that team, and, guys like Sanderson and Beniers, see how they carry themselves on and off the ice. They're such good pros, and, I took a lot from them.
Look, you talked about being honored to be part of that group like Trocheck, Gibson, etc. A lot of people in Pittsburgh are going to look at you as the guy from Pittsburgh, and a lot of kids are going to pick up sticks because of you, frankly. I mean, what's it mean to kind of have that mantle, I guess?
Yeah, that's something that, people were telling me, and, it's pretty special. When I was a little kid growing up in Pittsburgh, I never really thought this would happen. So for it to finally come true, it's pretty special.
Development camp is next week, by the way, so I hope you have some tank tops. Shorts.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know much about Arizona or the organization, the players at this point?
I know they have such a bright future, with Keller, future draft picks they have in the past, and, they're heading in the right direction. I'm super happy to be part of it.
Logan, you talked to. Sorry.
Do one more.
You're talking about how your flight got delayed and you had to drive up here instead. It's like a 9.5-hour drive or something. I just wanted to follow up. What did you do during all that driving? Like, how many family members was crammed into that car along with you?
Yeah, we actually were fortunate enough to get a pretty big van, and I don't think I was up at all the whole drive, so I think I was sleeping the whole time, so it went pretty quick. But yeah, unfortunately, our flight got canceled, but it all worked out, so I'm pretty happy.
Thanks, Logan.
Yep.
Congrats.
Thank you.